Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Zano, and this is episode 212 of the world famous Universal Love Podcast, also known as Online Marketing Moves. We're coming to you live today. Today is Wednesday, February the 20. Somebody help me out. 24th? Yes, today is Wednesday, February the 24th. You didn't even, you wasn't going to chime in. You weren't going to say anything, but that's all right. I'm going to give you a pass this time. Hey, if you haven't already, go to YouTube, check it out. We uploaded a podcast episode from yesterday. It will be there. Now, the last 3 minutes of the episode got cut off because my camera said 4 gigabytes was the limit or something like that. So I got to figure that out. I'm going to have to upload the last little 3. It's like 3 minutes. 3 minutes on the podcast, but I might upload it. I won't have time to upload it today, but maybe tomorrow. But the first 18 minutes got on there. So just go over there, check it out. And also, if you haven't already, go to Facebook, check out the Online Marketing Moves page, like it, follow us. We'll be posting up stuff on a regular basis. We're gonna get more and more into that. But this episode, we're gonna talk about, should you call people or should you text them? Now, I bring this up because I have 100 phone calls to make this week. And I thought about texting them, and I said, nope. Texting is okay, but for me, it's kind of weird. It's harder to text because you have to just keep hitting the buttons, and it's a lot easier for me to just pick up the phone, call somebody, and say, hey, you just give them the spiel, and it doesn't take long. It's not as hard as you think. It's not as bad as you think. I know in the beginning of when I started, making phone calls. Now I don't make phone calls on a regular basis, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Whenever I get a phone number or something, I might make a phone call and say, hey, it's Tony, and you sign into the affiliate program, or you're thinking about making money online, something like that. And what I found out is it's a lot easier for me to just call. Just call. A lot of times people don't answer the phone anyway, so you just leave them a voice message and you go on about your day. If you want to sit there and text somebody, it's kind of hard because, texting is more, I'd rather text somebody that I know on a, like on a personal level than text a stranger, because it's kind of, sometimes if you're trying to be fun, because now me, I forget, because I tend to think I'm funny sometimes. So if I'm sitting there and it's 8:00 at night, somebody texts me something, and I'm like, oh well, ha 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 ha, let me joke around. But if they are a stranger, if there's a different language kind of barrier, then it might not be the same. It might not sound the same as you texting somebody. When you first you say, hey, you signed into this, you signed into this program, and I'm giving you a phone call, yada yada yada. And these days, people will probably be more shocked that you call them than actually just trying to text somebody. Because the last time I was in a bad reception area, and I had about 10 people that I needed to call, and I couldn't call them, so I just texted them. And I got a response from 2 people, maybe. And I felt like I would have got more if I would have just called, but I couldn't because it was a bad service area. And that's one of the reasons why I'm very happy to be home every night now, because I want to make a lot more phone calls than what I used to. Matter of fact, I'll probably just, my goal is, on my website, I have name and email address, but I'll probably increase that to name, email address, and phone number, maybe just for a time being, until I get where I want to be, until I get full blown rocking and rolling. Once you get full blown rocking and rolling, you won't have to make phone calls. But when it's like right now, I'm happy where I'm at, but I know where I want to go. I want to go above I want to go to the $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month threshold. That's what I'm looking for. So If I had to call 100,000 people, then that's what we're gonna have to do. We're just gonna make the phone call. So, in my opinion, don't text them, especially if you don't know them. Don't text them. Just call them. You can call them on Facebook, or you can call them on telephone. You can call them on the WhatsApp. It's plenty of ways you can actually talk to somebody, and it's probably quicker if you just talk to somebody. I know everybody is new technology and all that's great and everything, but sometimes a phone call is just a whole lot simpler. I mean, one day my mom was texting me, and I said, and I thought to myself, why in the world is she texting me? Huh? I said, come on, this is my mom. Now my brother, he's a text machine. I don't think I've talked to my brother on the phone in some months, but he'll text me every now and then, and he's like, but if I call him 2 minutes later, he won't answer the phone. So, some people are kind of flaky like that, but at the end of the day, if you call, you leave a voicemail, they'll call you back. If they don't call you back, always follow up with it. Then you can follow up with a text. You can say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I called you a couple of days ago. I want to see if you're interested in the program. And you have to remember, follow-ups are important. And one thing I don't want you to do is I don't want you to think that you are, because some people get in the head that they are above this whole, internet marketing. At the end of the day, internet marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever kind of marketing you're doing, it's all selling. You know what I mean? Like you're first off, you're selling yourself. Okay, we are all selling ourselves. I'm selling myself to you. I hope you enjoyed the program. I hope you like the podcast. And I want you to come back every week or every day. I want you to come back every week. How much you want to consume this content. I want you to come back as often as possible. Okay, so that is my goal. I'm selling myself to you. And we have all sold ourselves to somebody. If you've been in a relationship, friendship, whatever kind of ship you want to say, we've all tried to sell ourselves to somebody. So selling is not a bad thing. Selling is not a dirty word. Don't think about it like that. Don't think about it like you're begging or anything like that. Because when I first started, I was like, I gotta call people. I was like, I don't want to call people. I just want to. But it's like, who are you? Who am I at the time? Making no money, doing nothing. I'm just going to and this guy, he was like, oh, you don't have to call anybody. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, man. I don't want to call nobody. And so I tried that, and I was like, this is not working. But once I started, calling people, making a few phone calls, I got faster down the road than what I did with just going on Facebook and throwing up a link and, doing all that jazz. So sometimes the old fashioned ways, they still work. So, just get it out of your head about, oh, I don't want to call nobody. I'm nervous. It's not that bad. It's not that serious. Every now and then I'm just like, I mean, but me personally, I don't know about you, but every now and then I just don't want to do anything, period. The only thing I want to do in life, to be honest with you, really on a daily basis, is hug my wife, love my wife, and me and her watch a TV show together or go out to eat. That's the only thing that I know that I want to do on a daily basis. But in order for me to get to the point where I can spend as much time I want to with my wife, I have to do things. Now I enjoy the podcast. I love the podcast. Don't get me wrong. There's been a couple of days I'm just like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to do? I'm like, who's listening? This was more in the beginning stages. Now, once I get off work, I'm like, oh, what time should I do the podcast? Had to come home, do a couple of things around the house, and I'm like, all right, what time are we doing this podcast? And before I hit the pillow, I always make sure that the podcast gets done, But this is a joy. And some things you will find to be joyful, And it's just like, if you think about it, selling, being an affiliate market, being an internet market, it's fun. You have to think about it. This is fun, This is not, nobody came to me and said, I want you to be an internet marketer. Nobody came to me and said that. Nobody said, I want you to be an internet marketer. Nobody forced me to say. Nobody came to me and said, I want you to be a truck driver. Nobody comes to us and says any of that. You know what I mean? So we have to get over ourselves. Get over your fears and just pick up the phone, dial the number. I mean, that's what I do with the conversion, because Conversion Pros, the guy, I watched a few training videos. The guy in the beginning when I signed up, he said, man, just pick up the phone. Why Why email? Why text? He's like, just pick up the phone. It's easy. And I'm like, and it is true. It's quicker to just, because me and my wife, we don't text a lot. We just, if I want some dinner or something like that, I just call up and say, on your way home, can you stop by? And she definitely will call me, because sometimes she's one of these people that she'll put the text in the queue, and then she won't even text. And then I get home, she'll be like, I thought I text you. And I'm like, nah, I didn't get any text. So we just sort of call each other, and it's a lot. You can knock out like 10 to 20, 30 phone calls in an hour if you just pick up the phone. It's better than texting. I tried to text 50 people one day. It took me like 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. It was hard. I mean, I was doing it, but I was knocking them out. But I was like, man, this is annoying. It's very annoying. And then I had one person, they was just like, F you. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you come looking for me, It's so, yeah, and that's another thing. Don't worry about anything, because people are bananas. Like, I have a website, the Lousy Driver. Of course, we're gonna build up a new website, but for the time being, I still have the Lousy Driver. And people come onto the website. They come onto the website, and it says in big, bold letters, something about digital marketing. You want to start a internet marketing business. You want to start an online business. It has my pitch on that, and I talk about creating an online business, creating content, things like that. And then it says sign in to the email so you can get daily emails. And then people sign in, and then after a while they'll put, I never signed up for these emails. It's like, who else signed up for them? I guess they got clones. I don't know, but people, it's strange, but it don't matter. But anyway, make sure you pick up the phone. If you get people's, if you can, try to get as much information from people as you can, not that you're going to go to the house or anything like that. But if you want to get into the, where you send people t-shirts, where you send people keychains, stuff like that. If you have the address, you can send them, you can send them postcards, you can send them Hallmark cards, you can send them whatever you want to send them, if you have all the information, So try to get as much information as possible. You're not here to sell the information. You're not here to, stalk these people. You are in a business. You are running a business. You are a businessman. So you want to get all the information you can. You want to make sure that you connect with people. You want to make sure you contact people. You want to make sure that you are out here. Doesn't mean you have to be the most outgoing person in the world. You can be an introvert. I love to be alone, but I am still running an online business, and I will definitely get more and more involved in different things, different people, and because, running a business, you can't, eventually, you can run a business by yourself, but you still need to talk to somebody. You still need a little help, so you have to interact with somebody. You know what I mean? And sometimes, if you want to build your email list faster, you can always list swipe with somebody, or you can always try to contact somebody that has a bigger email list than you, and see if they will introduce you to their list, and see if you can get people on their list. So it's a whole thing. So you don't have to be the most, gregarious. That's the word, I believe, person in the world. You don't have to be the most booming, personality. Sometimes they make the worst marketers, actually. So don't worry about any of that. But anyway, make sure you just pick up the phone, call people if you are in a, because if people have questions, you don't want to go back and forth all night, messaging this, that, and the other. You can just pick up the phone, or you can just say, FaceTime me and knock it out, So with that being said, that's it for the podcast. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Should I Call or Should I Text? And we will be back tomorrow with another hard-hitting episode of Online Marketing Moves. And as we said at the top of the program, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Tony Resonno, RESONNO. And also go to Facebook and look up Online Marketing Moves and like us, follow us, and share with all your friends, loved ones, and whoever else you might want to. All right. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another hard-hitting episode. But until then, take care of yourselves. And as always, everybody, peace.